What if the secret to finding peace in a world overflowing with noise, distractions, and endless demands lies in a single word: simplicity? Zen Buddhism, a tradition rooted in mindfulness and presence, has taught for centuries that stripping away the unnecessary, both in our surroundings and our minds, can lead to profound clarity and calm. In today's cluttered reality, where digital overload and consumerism dominate, Zen's wisdom offers a timeless antidote. This journey will explore the Zen approach to simplicity, drawing from the teachings of masters like Dogen, and connect these insights to modern science, revealing how minimalism and mindfulness can transform your life. We'll uncover practical ways to declutter your world, inspired by Zen principles, and examine how this philosophy resonates globally. Let's break this down in 6 steps, diving into the heart of Zen simplicity and its power to bring peace amidst chaos. No fluff, just real insights to help you find clarity in a busy world. Let's dive in. Chapter 1. Zen's Roots in Simplicity. Zen Buddhism emerged in China around the 6th century as Chan Buddhism, a fusion of Indian Buddhist meditation practices and Taoist simplicity, before spreading to Japan in the 12th century. The Japanese monk Dogen, who founded the Soto Zen school in 1227, became one of its most influential voices. In his seminal work, Shobogenzo, Dogen emphasized living fully in the present moment, free from the clutter of excessive thought or material excess. To study the Buddha way is to study the self. To study the self is to forget the self, he wrote, pointing to a simplicity that transcends ego and attachment. Zen's approach to simplicity is both practical and profound. Monks in Zen monasteries, like a heiji in Japan, live with minimal possessions: a robe, a bowl, a mat, focusing on meditation, zazen, work, and communal living. The aesthetic of Zen, seen in rock gardens like Ryoanji in Kyoto, reflects this. A few carefully placed stones in a sea of raked gravel, symbolizing the beauty of emptiness. In the Fukanza Zengi, Dogen instructs, do not think of good or bad, do not judge true or false, cease all the movements of the conscious mind. This mental decluttering, letting go of judgments and distractions, is the heart of Zen simplicity, a practice that cuts through the noise of daily life. Zen's emphasis on simplicity isn't about deprivation, it's about freedom. By removing what's unnecessary, you create space for what truly matters: presence, awareness, connection. This philosophy has resonated across cultures, influencing everything from Japanese tea ceremonies to modern minimalist design. But in a world of constant stimulation, can Zen simplicity still guide us toward peace? Chapter 2. The Cluttered Mind. Modern life is a whirlwind of clutter, both physical and mental. The average person checks their phone 96 times a day, according to a 2023 study in Frontiers in Psychology, exposing themselves to a barrage of notifications, ads, and information. Social media platforms like X amplify this noise, with endless debates, trends, and viral content vying for attention. A 2022 report from the American Psychological Association found that 60% of people feel overwhelmed by digital overload, leading to increased stress, anxiety, and difficulty focusing. Meanwhile, consumerism drives physical clutter. U.S. households own an average of 300,000 items, per a 2021 Journal of Consumer Research study, from clothes to gadgets, often leaving spaces chaotic and minds restless. This clutter takes a toll. A 2023 study in Neuroscience Letters found that a cluttered environment increases cortisol levels, the stress hormone, by 15%, impairing cognitive function and emotional regulation. The brain's prefrontal cortex, responsible for focus and decision-making, becomes overwhelmed, leading to mental fatigue. A 2022 Journal of Environmental Psychology study showed that people in cluttered spaces are 20% more likely to procrastinate, as the visual noise distracts from clear thinking. Digital clutter compounds this. Multitasking across devices reduces productivity by 40% per a 2021 Nature Communications report as the brain struggles to switch between tasks. Zen offers a counterpoint, simplicity as a path to clarity. Dogen taught that the mind, like a still pond, reflects reality clearly when undisturbed by ripples of thought. In a cluttered world, this stillness feels elusive, but science and Zen agree that simplifying can restore balance. Let's explore how. Chapter 3. The Science of Less. Science confirms what Zen has long taught. Less can be more. A 2021 study in the Journal of Consumer Research found that people who adopted minimalist lifestyles, owning fewer possessions and focusing on essentials, reported 20% lower stress levels and 15% better emotional well-being after 6 months. The reduction in physical clutter decreased cognitive overload, allowing the brain to focus on what matters. A 2022 Neuroscience Letters study showed that a minimalist environment increases activity in the brain's prefrontal cortex by 10%, enhancing focus and decision-making, while reducing amygdala activity, the fear center, by 12%, leading to less anxiety. Digital minimalism yields similar benefits. A 2023 Frontiers in Psychology study found that people who limited their screen time to 2 hours a day, focusing on intentional use rather than mindless scrolling, experienced 18% less anxiety and 15% better sleep quality, with more deep REM cycles. The brain's default mode network, which drives overthinking, quieted down, mirroring the effects of Zen meditation. A 2021 Journal of Behavioral Medicine study showed that digital decluttering, unsubscribing from emails, muting notifications, reduced cortisol levels by 10%, helping participants feel more present and less overwhelmed. Zen simplicity also aligns with environmental science. The 2022 Global Environmental Change Report found that reducing consumption, buying less, focusing on quality over quantity, cuts household carbon footprints by 25%, supporting global sustainability efforts. Zen monasteries have practiced this for centuries, using minimal resources to live in harmony with nature, a model that resonates in today's climate-conscious world. Chapter 4. Zen Practices for Clarity. Zen offers practical tools to simplify life, starting with Zazen, seated meditation. Dogen described Zazen as just sitting, focusing on breath and posture without striving for a goal. In a typical session, you sit cross-legged, spine straight, eyes half open, and breathe naturally, observing thoughts without attachment. A 2022 mindfulness study found that 20 minutes of daily Zazen increases alpha brainwaves, linked to relaxation, by 15%, reducing stress and enhancing mental clarity. A 2023 Neuroscience Letters study showed that Zazen boosts connectivity in the brain's prefrontal cortex, improving focus by 12%. Zen also emphasizes mindful living, doing one thing at a time with full presence. In monasteries, monks perform daily tasks like sweeping or cooking as acts of meditation, focusing entirely on the action. A 2021 Journal of Positive Psychology study found that people who practice single tasking, focusing on one activity, like eating without distractions, reported 18% higher life satisfaction and 10% less anxiety. Zen's tea ceremony, or shanoyu, embodies this. Every movement, from boiling water to serving tea, is deliberate, a meditation on simplicity and presence. Decluttering is another Zen practice. Monks own only essentials, a principle echoed in modern minimalism. Marie Kondo, inspired by Zen, popularized this with her spark joy method. Keep only what brings meaning. A 2022 Journal of Environmental Psychology study found that decluttering physical spaces reduces mental clutter, improving decision-making by 15%. Zen's simplicity isn't about emptiness. It's about creating space for what truly matters. Chapter 5. Decluttering the World. Zen's influence on simplicity extends far beyond monasteries, shaping global movements. In Japan, Zen aesthetics have inspired minimalist design. Think of Muji's clean lines or the sparse elegance of a traditional tea house. This influence spread to the West in the 20th century, with architects like Frank Lloyd Wright adopting Zen principles of harmony and simplicity in their work. A 2023 Architectural Digest report notes that minimalist design, rooted in Zen, is now a $10 billion global industry, reflecting a cultural shift toward less is more. Zen has also influenced the slow food movement, which began in Italy in 1986 as a response to fast food culture. Slow food emphasizes local, sustainable ingredients and mindful eating, principles Zen monks have practiced for centuries through their vegetarian Shojin Ryori cuisine. A 2022 global environmental change study found that slow food practices reduce food waste by 20%, supporting global sustainability efforts. The movement has grown to over 160 countries per the Slow Food International website, showing Zen's global reach. Environmental movements like zero-waste living also draw from Zen's simplicity. A 2023 Environmental Science and Technology report found that zero-waste practices, inspired by minimalist philosophies, cut household waste by 30%, reducing landfill contributions. Zen's focus on living lightly, using only what's needed, offers a model for addressing global challenges like climate change and overconsumption. Number 3. Chapter 6. The Power of Less. Zen's simplicity offers a profound lesson for a cluttered world. Less can be more, both personally and globally. By decluttering our lives, physically, digitally, mentally, we create space for clarity, presence, and connection, as science confirms with reduced stress and enhanced focus. On a global scale, Zen's influence on minimalism, slow food, and sustainability movements shows how simplicity can address pressing issues like climate change and overconsumption, reshaping cultural and economic priorities. Yet the challenge remains. In a world driven by excess, embracing less requires a shift in mindset, one that Zen has taught for centuries. As Dogen wrote, to be in harmony with the wondrousness of the ordinary is the way of those who practice. Zen's timeless wisdom reminds us that true peace lies not in having more, but in needing less, a principle that can guide us toward a more balanced, harmonious world.